Have you ever wondered how deep the pain of betrayal can reach? How about when the betrayal is against the creator of all? It's a thought that might not cross our minds often, but it's a scenario that played out in the grand tapestry of our shared history. Imagine yourself as the architect of life, creating beings with free will and a capacity for love. You instill in them the principles of loyalty, faith, and goodness, expecting them to uphold these values. But what happens when those very beings you've created, those you've trusted with your teachings, turn their backs on you? This is not a tale from a modern drama, but a story etched in the pages of the Bible. A time when God's people, the ones he loved and nurtured, began to stray from the path he had laid out for them. It was a period marked by a profound betrayal, a time when the people God had created began to pursue false idols. They were living in a time of prosperity, basking in the blessings bestowed upon them by their Creator. But as time passed, their hearts began to wander. They were seduced by the allure of other gods, gods of gold and silver, gods of wood and stone. They began to break the covenant, the sacred bond they had with their Creator. This was not a simple act of forgetting or negligence. This was an act of adultery, a conscious decision to abandon their faith and chase after false idols. They were trading the love of their Creator for the fleeting satisfaction of earthly desires. Yet through all this, God's love for his people never wavered. Despite their betrayal, he continued to reach out to them, to guide them back to the path of righteousness. His heart ached with the pain of their betrayal, yet he remained steadfast in his love for them. As we delve into this story, one might begin to understand the depth of God's heartache. But remember, this is not just a tale of betrayal, it's also a testament to unconditional love, a story of forgiveness and redemption. So stay tuned as we continue to unfold the layers of this profound narrative. The people God loved and nurtured began chasing shadows, illusions of the truth. The faithfulness that was once abundant had turned into a desert of infidelity. The people who were once devoted to God began to indulge in the pleasures of the world, turning their backs on the sacred covenant they had with their Creator. They were enticed by the allure of false idols, exchanging the truth for a lie. These idols, though hollow and powerless, became their obsession. They ran after them, entranced, oblivious to the profound betrayal they were committing. They were like children who, in their naivety, trade a diamond for a shiny piece of glass. Adultery, a direct violation of the covenant, became rampant. Their hearts were far from God, focusing instead on fleeting desires. The sacred bond, once held in high regard, was now broken, trampled under the feet of lust and deceit. Ezekiel 16, a chapter in the Bible, paints a vivid picture of this time. It describes Jerusalem, symbolizing God's people, as an unfaithful wife who has forgotten her humble beginnings and the love of her husband. Her heart was captivated by the allure of other nations and their gods, leading her astray. The blatant disregard for their covenant with God was a slap in his face. The very people he had lovingly created, guided, and provided for were now dancing around golden calves, forsaking the Almighty. Imagine the pain of a loving father watching his children reject him, choosing instead to run after shadows. The heartache, the disappointment, the sorrow. It must have been overwhelming. Yet his love remained steadfast, a beacon of hope amidst the darkness of betrayal. The severity of the situation was indeed grave, a blatant rebellion against the Creator. Yet it was not the end of the story. For in the heart of God there was still room for forgiveness, for redemption, for love. In the midst of this chaos, one can't help but ponder the depth of God's sorrow. Yet let us not forget the boundless capacity of his love, his willingness to forgive, and his relentless pursuit to steer his people back on the right track. Imagine the Creator of all, saddened by his own creation's betrayal. Picture it, the architect of the universe, the divine entity who fashioned galaxies, stars, and the very earth we stand on, experiencing a profound heartache. This might seem beyond our comprehension, but try to envision it. This is not a tale of ordinary sorrow. It is a tale of divine heartache. The Creator who had breathed life into every living being watched as his own people turned their backs on him. They were chasing after false idols, straying from the path of righteousness and committing acts of betrayal. It was a time of spiritual infidelity, a time when the covenant between God and his people was being shattered. God, the epitome of love and compassion, must have felt an unimaginable sadness. His own creations, the very beings he had crafted with love and care, were betraying him. The disappointment he must have felt is beyond words. It's like a parent witnessing their child stray into a destructive path. knowing all the while the harm they are causing to themselves. Yet what makes this divine heartache even more poignant is the depth of God's love. Even as his people were losing their way, God's love for them remained steadfast. His heart may have been heavy with sadness, but his love never wavered. It's a love so deep, so profound, that it's difficult for us as humans to fully comprehend. This divine heartache is a testament to God's enduring love for his people. Even in their darkest hours, when they were most lost, God was there, ready to guide them back to the path of righteousness. His love remained a beacon, a guiding light in their time of spiritual darkness. The pain of betrayal, the sadness of seeing his own creations lose their way, the disappointment of a broken covenant. These are the emotions that mark this period of divine heartache. Yet despite the pain and sorrow, God's love persevered. His love was and always will be unwavering. Despite the heartache, God's love remained unshaken. His divine heartache was a testament to his enduring love, a love that transcends human understanding and persists through every trial and tribulation. In the midst of betrayal, God's love remained steadfast. As we delve deeper into this narrative, it becomes apparent that the Creator's love for his creation is unyielding, even in the face of utmost betrayal. In a world where his people were lost, chasing after false idols and breaking their sacred covenant, God's love did not waver. It was not a passive, distant kind of love. It was active, it was patient, and it was relentless in its pursuit of redemption. As we reflect on the book of Ezekiel, specifically chapter 16, we see a vivid illustration of God's relentless love. Here, God is portrayed as a faithful husband to an unfaithful wife, a metaphor for his relationship with his people. Despite their infidelity, God did not abandon them. Instead, he pursued them, worked tirelessly to steer them back on track, and endeavored to restore the broken covenant. One can only imagine the incredible patience that God demonstrated during this period. It was a patience born out of love, a love that was willing to endure the pain of betrayal, the sadness of seeing his creation lost in their pursuit of false idols. In his pursuit of redemption, God used various means. He sent prophets, he allowed trials, and he gave warnings, all in an attempt to guide his people back to him. Yet, he did not force his will upon them. Instead, he respected their freedom, allowing them to make their own choices, even in their errant ways. And so God's pursuit of redemption is a testament to his unfathomable love. His patience, his tireless efforts, and his respect for human freedom all underscore his deep love for his people. It's a love that knows no bounds, a love that remains steadfast even when faced with the greatest of betrayals. So as we journey through this narrative, let's remember this poignant truth. Even in our own moments of betrayal, God's love for us remains steadfast. God's love truly knows no bounds. From this tale of betrayal and faith, what lessons can we extract? The narrative of God's people turning their backs on him, seeking other idols, and breaking their covenant is a poignant one. It's a story that, much like a mirror, reflects aspects of our own lives and the world around us. The first lesson we can glean is the profound depth of God's love. Despite the people's betrayal, God's love remains steadfast and unchanging. This is a love that is not contingent on reciprocation, an unconditional love that continues to reach out even in the face of rejection. This teaches us to love without expectation, to love even when it hurts, and to love even when it is not returned. The second lesson is the virtue of forgiveness. When the people betrayed God, he could have turned his back on them, but instead, he chose to forgive. He chose to extend mercy instead of wrath. This highlights the transformative power of forgiveness. It teaches us that forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but a mark of strength. It's a lesson that invites us to forgive those who have wronged us, to let go of resentment and open our hearts to healing. Thirdly, we learn about patience. God's patience with his people is a testament to his enduring love. He waits for them, hoping they would return to him. This is a lesson for us to be patient, to wait for the right things at the right time, to not rush or force things to happen. Lastly, the story underscores the consequences of betrayal. The people's pursuit of false idols led to their downfall. It's a stark reminder that actions have consequences, and choosing the wrong path can lead to devastating outcomes. In conclusion, this tale of betrayal and divine love is a reminder of the power of forgiveness, the virtue of patience, the necessity of unconditional love, and the inevitable consequences of our choices. In every tale, there's a lesson to be learned. We've journeyed through a story of betrayal, faith, and redemption, but what now? We've traversed through the genesis of betrayal, the peak of infidelity, the divine heartache, the pursuit of redemption, and the lessons learned. We've explored the depths of a tale that is as old as time, yet as applicable today as it was thousands of years ago. We've delved into the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, and unearthed the profound emotions and divine love that permeates every verse. The story we've shared today is not just a tale from the past, it's a mirror reflecting our own lives. It's a reminder that at times we too might stray from our path, chase false idols, and forget our true purpose. But just as God worked tirelessly to steer his people back, we too have the chance to return, to seek redemption, and to mend our ways. So let's take this journey further. Let's make this not just a one-time exploration, but a continuous pursuit of understanding, faith, and growth. Each one of us has the power to make this happen. Each one of us can contribute to this conversation, to this community, and make our collective journey more enriching. If this video has touched you, if it has sparked a thought, a question, or a revelation, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your friends, your family, your community. Let's spread the word. Let's ignite more conversations. Let's inspire more people to embark on this journey of faith and understanding. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit the like button. Your likes help us reach more people, share more stories, and create more meaningful content. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Become a part of our growing family. Join us in our quest for knowledge and connection. May God bless you in all your endeavors. Thank you for watching.